Sheldon Creed brought it home second for the Xfinity Series race at Daytona behind his former teammate Austin Hill. It looked like Creed was going to have a run on Hill going into the last lap and really challenge him for the win. However, he lost his drafting partner in Ryan Sieg, who ended up spinning out. NASCAR did not waive the caution, let them race to the checkered flag. But at that point, the pack had really been spread out. Hill just kind of drove away with it. Creed looked like he might have let off and then decided to get on it, but it was too little too late, and Austin Hill was able to claim that checkered flag unchallenged. Before we get into this, I'd like to ask you, please hit that subscribe button, hit that bell for notifications so you don't miss any of our future videos here at John Trent Racing. Before we hear from Sheldon Creed, let's take a look at exactly what happened on that last lap for the Xfinity Series race at Daytona. This is over on NASCAR on TSN. You can see Austin Hill is there in the lead car, and I believe it is Chandler Smith behind him at this point. But let's take a look here and see exactly what happens. The 1 lap to go. White flag has been thrown. Hill and that bottom line are really pulling away. No one really challenging in the top line. The challenge, obviously. And then there you go. You see C gets spun around there, and it's just Creed and Hill. And then it looks like maybe Creed kind of lets off right there. And then Hill really pulls away and doesn't ever look back and would continue on to the checkered flag. You can see Creed is back up to pace. That gap isn't really extending anymore after Creed let up, and then the rest of the cars are just way too far behind, and Hill comes home to take the checkered flag. So let's hear from Sheldon Creed as to what exactly happened from his perspective on that last lap. This is over at Front Stretch on X. Let's listen in to what Sheldon Creed had to say here.
What's up, a Front Stretch here with Sheldon Creed. Still seeing your first win. Unfortunately, 1 spot short tonight, but especially with the lottery at Daytona, how important is it to get this type of result in your first race with JGR?
I mean, it's good, right? That's three seconds in a row going back to last year. So, yeah, found some consistency, which is nice. Just need to keep working hard and keep running smart races. I felt like we weren't we didn't make a lot of noise tonight, but when it counted, we kind of could get up through there, 6th in stage 1, 3rd in stage 2, and then able to make some stuff happen on that last retard to run 2nd there. And I really thought we had a shot at the 21, had Sieg not spun there, and I could have kept him with me. But yeah, just really hard to get track position all night. There was times where I didn't like what I saw, so I was just kind of riding and just trying to save what I had. And yeah, I don't know, just a great start, really. I think too. A new team, and just gives us something good to build off of.
And then as you guys entered the backstretch, it seemed like the 21 and the rest of the pack kind of got spread out. Was there kind of hesitation if there'd be a caution, or was that just a result of the wreck and you guys got so far in front of everyone else?
Well, I seen the C get spun there behind me, and I figured the caution would come right away. And then they said my spotter told me they were gonna let us come back to the line. So I looked up and I just tried to back up, but they were so far that I just went back wide open, and yeah, it just worked out really well for the 21 for the field getting broken up there. But yeah, just a smooth day. There's no scratches on the car, so we can make it better for the next speedway, and Atlanta should be all right. Thank you. But I can't wait to get to Vegas and Phoenix and these real racetracks. The speedway racing's tough, so yeah, I'm looking forward to the next few weeks.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
So that is what Sheldon Creed had to say there. He definitely was figuring the yellow flag would come out, given the fact that they threw it right away in the Cup Series, most likely, on the last lap as well. Yellow flag did not come out. They continued to race, and then he said he looked in his rearview mirror and figured he might try and back it up, see if he could catch the rest of the group and try and draft with them to try and make a move on Hill, but they were too far behind, and then he went full throttle, and it was just too late, and Hill was already kind of at the checkers by that point, out of reach. But that is what Sheldon Creed had to say as to why he let Austin Hill kind of get away from him there at the end of the race on that last lap. I don't know. I understand criticizing NASCAR for not throwing the caution in the Cup Series or when they should have. They should have thrown that caution flag right away so we can finish the race under green and go to get an actual green flag checker. And so they decided to make up for that in the Xfinity Series race by not throwing the caution when they probably should have, given the fact you had like a massive wreck happening behind the leaders. So I don't know. I feel like they need to change the rules here. It needs to be a caution, re-rack them, do it like they do in the Dirt Series, and they maybe single file starts or something like that. I don't know if you want to do that, but you finish under green and you continue to keep racing until you finish. And I mean, I get that there's TV deals and things like that, but I think for the good of the sport, they have to finish racing under green. And I think you need to throw a caution here when people are clearly wrecking behind and driver safety is indeed at risk. I think anyone claiming that NASCAR knew that those drivers were A-OK while they're spinning out and wrecking at high speeds on the high banks of Daytona is just utterly ridiculous. I get that the cars are extremely safe and everything. That does not mean that those drivers can still potentially have serious injuries. We were seeing some of the rough rides a lot of those Cup drivers were taking with the in-car camera looks that we saw. I would assume that the Xfinity drivers are suffering similar fate within those cars. But again, just to reiterate, I think they need to finish under green, and you wouldn't really have this kind of controversy brewing. And I think that's on NASCAR to change that. And so you actually get a competitive finish rather than what we got here in both the Cup Series and in the Xfinity Series. But those are my thoughts. Let me know what you guys make of this. Let me know what you thought about what Sheldon Creed had to say and what you thought about the end of the Xfinity Series race at Daytona. Let me know in the comments below.